What's up guys, I'm Andy from 1A Auto. In this video I'm going to show you how to replace the rear lower control arm on this 2012 Ford Escape. If you need this part or other parts for your vehicle, click the link in the description and head over to 1AAuto.com. I'm going to remove the wheel. I'm going to use a 19mm socket and a breaker bar, loosen up the lug nuts before I raise the vehicle up. Alright, now I'm going to remove the lug nuts. Grab the wheel. Oh, this wheel's stuck on there pretty good, so just going to put a lug nut on, take a hammer and hit it from the backside. I can take the lug nut off and pull the wheel off. I want to take this nut off right here, but it's badly corroded, so I'm just going to take some rust penetrant, soak it down. All right, I'm just going to take some rust penetrant spray in here just to soak that bolt before we take it out. So now I'm going to take an 18mm socket and a breaker bar. I'm going to loosen this nut up. And I'm just going to use an extension and a ratchet, make it a little bit easier to do this. All right, so that's pretty loose. I'm just going to leave that on right now. And I'm going to take a hammer and just hammer this down, separate it from the knuckle. There we go. All right, so that's separated. I can loosen this up. I can just hammer this down, just like that. All right, now we're going to loosen this bolt up. Keep in mind when this gets loose, this arm may swing down, so just stay out of the line of sight of it. Just like that. Now I'll just switch to a ratchet. All right, so pull that bolt out and pull the arm right off. Here we have the old lower control arm. Here we have the new one from 1AAuto.com. The shape is the same, the mounting position is in the same spot. The ball joint is the same. Comes with a new nut. Take this off, and this covers just for shipping purposes. Get yours at 1AAuto.com and you can do it yourself. I'll just take the arm, make sure you take the nut off the ball joint. Slide the arm in position, take the bolt, install the bolt. I'm just going to use a ratchet and the 18mm socket, tighten this bolt down. Before I tighten this all the way down, I want to position the lower arm. I want to get it in the proper spot. Get the ball joint through the spindle or the knuckle. Just like that. Take the new nut, get that started. Now I am going to use this screw jack. If you're doing this on the ground, you could use a regular floor jack. I want to raise this up. Before I torque that bolt on the inside of the lower control arm, you want this lower control arm to be as close to ride height as possible. The problem with torquing it at actual ride height with the wheel on and on the ground is you probably can't slide underneath there with a torque wrench. So I'm going to raise it up and do the best I can. Right about there is good. Now I'm going to use a torque wrench and torque this bolt to 129 foot-pounds. Now with that lower control arm still supported, I'm going to use my 18mm socket, extension and a ratchet. I'm going to start tightening this nut down. And with this still supported, that's going to prevent the ball joint from spinning. Now I'm going to use a 18mm socket, a torque wrench. We actually sell this torque wrench at 1AAuto.com. And I'm going to torque this nut to 46 foot-pounds. Right, now I can lower the suspension. I'm going to put the tire back on. Put the lug nuts on. All right, just going to use the 19mm socket. Tighten these down by hand. I'm going to take my socket and a torque wrench. I'm going to torque these to 100 foot-pounds, and I'm going to do it in a star pattern so that the wheel gets tightened down evenly. Just going to go around again, make sure everything's tight.
Thanks for watching. If you want the parts to do it yourself, check out oneaauto.com, the place for DIY auto repair.